I sincerely apologize to you, Ringo Starr, for my April Fool's Day joke. I express my deepest regret if I caused you harm. It was not my intent to do so. I am the April Fool. What have I gotten myself into this time? First, I had to make an apology video about bullying people's opinions. Now, I have to make amends about an April Fool's Day joke. I never thought I'd have to do this. So let's begin. As you all know, it was April Fool's Day on Tuesday, and that is the day people make jokes that fool people's beliefs. And I never did an April Fool's Day joke before. And I was thinking, what would I do for an April Fool's Day video? And so I thought what to do for an April Fool's Day joke, and I thought, why don't I fool everyone by saying that Ringo Starr died? And that's what I did. But unfortunately, the outcome did not turn out the way I expected. And therefore, people took sharp offense to this supposed joke and started to attack me. And my friend from America, Trevor Davis, took offense to this as well. And I'm going to explain to myself about all this, and my apologies to the people that I offended. So as I said, it was for an April Fool's Day joke video. And as you know, I did an April Fool's Day joke video saying that the famous Beatles drummer Ringo Starr died. And unfortunately, it did not go as well as I intended. And this marked massive controversy for other users. And so then I had to apologize and make posts saying that I'm sorry and that I chose to take the video down. I was severely reprimanded by my mother, and so I apologized to Ringo himself at the beginning of the video. I need everyone to understand that I'm a young 20-year-old with autism, and I don't always see the bigger picture. Some people are bigger than me, like my friend from England, Trainlove16, and my friend from America, Trevor Davis. I had never done an April Fool's Day joke before on YouTube, and I do not know what I was thinking when I thought of this one. I was expecting everyone to say, haha, you got me, but no, it turned out to be a much serious outcome, which I did not expect. I went too far on this one, so did everyone's response, and I just want to make amends and reassure everyone that I've learned from my actions. But moving the apologies aside for a moment, I need to express something else. I need to address the people who refuse to understand that it was supposed to be an April Fool's Day joke. I am very ashamed and upset with myself for this joke. Here's advice for young users that I will share because I learned the hard way. You can't, by any circumstance, make a post saying, I hate this user because he did this, and sharing posts saying you hate this user or because they did something wrong. And even if they apologized, you shouldn't just ignore the apology. Hate is a really strong word. It is okay to express anger, displeasure, and disappointment. You grow from these words, you learn from these words, and you can improve your content from these observations. I've realized my actions can have the opposite effect than the intent. Again, I realized my lesson, and it will not happen again. Simple and straight. For those that have written hate, I thank you for the learning curve and apologies for my actions. Anyway, that's my apology video. I hope you accept how I am feeling, and I'm not going to make an April Fool's Day joke like this again. Again, my sincerest apologies to Ringo Starr, and this is Percy Engine Productions 061, signing off.